Hello everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you with today's segment student. Today we will discuss about the important phylum that is chordata. What is special about the chordata student? They have notochord, means they have the endoskeleton, and in that endoskeleton there are the vertebral columns are found, and that notochord supports the whole body of the chordates. With this, that notochords have the hollow nerve cords, means the nervous system that is found in the chordates is found inside the notochord or inside the vertebral columns. And which type of nerve cord they have? They have dorsal hollow nerve cord. With this, they also have the post anal tail, means their last vertebral columns is attached with the tail, or it is less developed in the form of tail. Like the human also have the post anal tail as vestigial organ student, as vestigial organ. With this, their bodies have the bilateral symmetry. Their body can be divided into two equal parts. With this, there is antrocoelom, like they are the triploblastic, exoderm is found in them, endoderm is found in them, and mesoderm is found. But their endoderm or mesoderm have one coelom that is known as introcoelom, and that introcoelom is developed into alimentary canal student. With this, their body have the cephalization. Cephalization means all these living organisms have the head, and they have the closed circular system. And which type of heart they have? They have ventricle heart, not dorsal heart. They have ventricle heart, and heart is found in their chest cavity student. With this, there is closed circulatory system. Their circulatory system is closed, means the blood flows in the blood vessel. It does not flow directly inside the cells. Now we come on the classes of the chordates. Mainly the classes or the subphylum is that it is found in the chordate is vertebrata, and that vertebrata is classified into two main class. First is species, second is tetrapoda. Tetrapoda student. Now in this, the species and this particular class or the group of class you can learn with the help of one code student. I am telling you one code, and with the help of that you can easily learn all the classes of the chordates or the vertebrates, all the classes you can easily learn. Now I am telling you that code: P A R A M. This is the code. With the help of that you can easily learn all the classes of the vertebrates. P is known as species. P for species. A for amphibia, R for reptilia, again A for aves, M for mammal. Now this P for species, it is the super class. It is super class species. And this ARAM, ARAM, amphibia, reptilia, and aves and mammals, they come in the super class tetrapoda. Why do they come in the category of tetrapoda student? Because they have the four limbs. Four limbs are found. Two are found, like in the case of the mammal, two are found in the form of four limbs and two are found as hind limbs. So four limbs are found. That's why it is known as tetrapoda. Or tetra means four, poda means feet. So it is about the class. Now we come on the species. What is species? It is the group or it is the class of the animals that comes in the aquatic habitat. Means they are found in the aquatic habitat, especially in the fresh and marine. marine aquatic habitat. And generally the fishes come in this category, like the dogfish, stingfish, electrical ray fish. All the fishes come in the category of species, student, and they have the streamlined body, and both the skeletons are found in them, exoskeleton and endoskeleton. Exoskeleton is found as cartilaginous form on their body, and that are also known as scales, and they have the fins, or the fins they have, and those fins or the tail help them in their swimming. Or their body is streamlined, and with the help of that streamline they can easily swim inside the water. Or they are mobile in nature, they are triploblastic, and all these characteristics we have discussed. Now we come on amphibia. Amphibia group living organism, student, found in both terrestrial as well as aquatic habitat. And generally the living organisms that come in this category, they are frogs. So we can say that is the class of frog. And Rana tigrina, toad, hyla, these are the frogs that come in this category. Tree frog, all come in the amphibia. Now they are amphibian, reptilia, avian, and these species, they lay eggs. That's why we can say them, they are oviparous in nature. And in this species have the student species and amphibian. What common characteristic that they have external fertilization, especially in the rainy season. What they do, they lay eggs in the water, or they release the gametes, male gametes or female gametes inside the water, and those gametes meet with each other inside the water, and what they form the zygote, and from that zygote the new animal is developed. So both have the external fertilization, species and amphibia. Now we come on the reptilia, student. With the help of this word reptilia, means they crawl on the earth, they crawl, and due to that crawling, what we call them, they are reptiles, because they crawl on the land. And generally they are found on the terrestrial habitat, and with this they also lay eggs, but their eggs are protected by a cell. But their egg, like the amphibian eggs or the species eggs, their egg is not protected by the cell. With this, they have the three-chambered or four-chambered heart. Amphibian have the three-chambered heart. Like the species have two-chambered heart. Now we come on the all these animals, like the reptilia, amphibia and species, they are also known as cold-blooded animals, because their energy requirement is less than avian and mammals. Now we come on the avian. These are the group of animals that are generally found in aerial habitat, and they can fly. They also have the streamlined body, and their body is covered with feathers. And with this, they have the hollow and light bones, and their hollow and light bones help them in flight. With this, they also lay the eggs, and their eggs are also protected by hard protective cell. And what is special characteristic that they have? They can swim, or they have their eggs in the nest, student. So it is about the avies, or we can say it is the group of birds. The group of birds is known as avies, or the class that we call is avies. Now we come on the mammalia. This mammalia word is generated from the mammary gland, student, because they have the milk producing gland in their body. Milk producing gland they have, from where the milk is secreted. Milk is secreted. That's why they are known as mammals. And the fertilization that they have the internal fertilization. They are not bisexual, they are unisexual in nature. Unisexual. They give birth to their young ones. They don't lay eggs. What they do? They give birth, and after the birth they secrete the milk. Means the female secrete the milk. And these animals also have the sweat glands or spacious oil producing glands they have. And in the mammalia, all the animals like the rat, cat, bat, human come in the category of mammalia. And in the reptiles, all the snakes, crocodile, tortoise, they come in the reptilia. Avian, all the birds come in the category of avian. Amphibian, all the frogs come in the category of amphibia. And all the fish, student. Only which fish will not come in this category? Yes, tell me. I have taught you about that. Yes, tell me. It is starfish. Starfish does not come in the category of fishes. It comes in the category of echinodermata, student. Echinodermata. So now we have covered this complete chapter, and we have discussed all the groups of kingdom Animalia. So now you will cover it. You will try to learn these topics, and it is the important concept, student, that is asked generally in all the competitive exams, especially in the NEET. Minimum 2 or 3 questions you will have from this topic. So you will try to cover it. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.